when we're done with the stream this evening. But it sounds like we have time for another game, and I think that we know exactly what that game is going to be. Because a lot of people asked if we would play the weekly one-shot and see if we could get mint.
I'm pretty sure we can.
I'm pretty sure we can, too. All right, so let's do, online custom game. I'm in Freedom 5 422. And I think I want to play Young Legacy and Super Scientific Tachyon, because you played Super Scientific Tachyon in the last game.
Okay.
There it is. So for those, again, just to refresh for anyone who came in late, the weekly one-shot is a new mode in the game where a specific scenario is set up once a week for everybody to play the same scenario and see how you can do. This week it's Mad Bomber Blade. It's basically the variant tutorial. We didn't mention it specifically, but it's a variant tutorial. The tutorial is Baron Blade, Insula Primalis versus Legacy, Bunker, Tachyon, and Wraith. And this is variant Mad Bomber Blade versus Young Legacy, GI Bunker, Super Scientific Tachyon, and Rook City Wraith. And here we go. Let's see if we can get a mint.
I've already played this like 10 times, so I know what's happening.
Yeah, no, I know. I played it myself as well. I got a mint on it last night, so let's see what we got. I'll go ahead and read off what we got here. We got a Flying Smash, Motivational Charge, Thok, Adhesive Foam Grenade, Ammo Drop, Decommissioned Hardware Maintenance Unit, Accelerated Assault, 2 Lightspeed Barrages, and a Synaptic Interruption, and Infrared Eyepiece, Micro-Targeting, Razor Ordnance, Throwing Knives. Yeah, as Migrant Peace says in the chat, we didn't want the first weekly one-shot to be super crazy brutal. Exactly. So we made it like I said, we wanted it to be familiar yet new. So yeah. So that's why it's the sort of the tutorial but with variants. None Left asks, I asked this earlier, are mints stored in local storage, or did I misread the blog and there's no need for local storage? Do you want to answer that, John?
I'm not sure what local storage is.
Yeah, I mean, they're stored on where you play is where they're stored.
Yeah,
So,
on Steam they are stored in Steam Cloud, so they sync across your computers. On tablet they're stored on the device. If that helps.
we make no promise that any scenario will be winnable. Although,
All right,
again...
so people are saying that Bunker never deals damage in this game, but I will show you Bunker dealing lots of damage in this game.
All right,
because
do it.
he does. First turn, no, but he does get a grenade or a Gatling gun. And a flak cannon are cards that he can get. I could tell you who to experiment on to get the best result. Tachyon's a good one because she gets fleet of foot.
Nice. Got to bolster allies, adhesive foam grenade, blinding speed.
I think if you experiment on Bunker, he gets good stuff.
Oh, nice.
Which is how is dealing damage. When I played, he dealt like 5 damage every turn. So it was pretty solid.
I now have 2 blinding speeds, 2 light speed barrages, and a sonic vortex. So Speedy Allrack asks, are the decks stacked? They are not stacked, meaning like we don't choose exactly what cards are going to be in each deck. However, they do have, at least in this scenario, a fixed random seed, which means that the decks are going to be the same for everybody at the beginning of the game. Depending on how you play, if you play differently as the game progresses, that might change. But basically, it starts from the same starting point for this scenario. Not every scenario will begin from the same starting point. Some games may not have a fixed random seed, but this game does. And actually, just to make sure that everybody knows, if it does not, we will call that out in the description. So when you go into the weekly one shot, it will tell you like this game does not have a fixed scenario, a fixed random seed or a fixed deck, etc.
Yep. Mario Fanatic asks, when you do make super crazy brutal scenarios, you'll make sure they're winnable at least. Yes, I will make sure I can win the game before we post it.
Yeah, I mean, we always play through the scenarios before we post them. At
always
least,
being this one time.
Yes, always. Every single time we have posted a weekly one-shot, we have played through it at least once. But specifically during testing, we tested a bunch of different weekly one-shots. And actually, we already have a number of weekly one-shots sort of designed and ready to go. And we're trying them all as we go to make sure that they are at least reasonable. They may not always be very easily winnable. And getting a mint, like finding a mint condition comic book out in the world is not something that anybody can just sort of walk into a comic book shop and do. So don't expect that you'll be able to get a mint every week and that'll be super easy to do. Because mint is rare. That's its entire purpose. Yes, if we have a fixed random seed, it is possible that there is a game that is impossible to win. That is true.
We will not be having that.
We will endeavor to make sure that does not happen.
Tachyon is discarding a card.
Yeah.
Tough choices.
By the way, I realized that it went by kind of fast, but if you guys watch the Chrono Ranger trailer again after the stream is over, I urge you to pay special attention to the music in the trailer. Because those of you who have been fans of the game before now, I think will find some things very interesting about the musical choices.
Hashtag Handleber hates us. That took a dark turn there, chat room. There's some discussion about variants and achievements. Variants are stored locally, but we are working on achievements which will make them sync across your account.
Oh, yes. So in the chat room before we logged on tonight, I know some people were talking about noticing the achievements in Steam. Yes, we are working on achievements. We hope to ship those probably in conjunction with Shattered Timelines. That is not a promise yet, but that is what it's looking like at this point. The reason why you can see them on Steam is because Steam does not have like a dedicated sandbox environment whereby we can hide those. So that's why we had to make them kind of public while we're testing. But believe me, there's no way that you guys are going to miss us making achievements public. We will be shouting it from the mountaintops once that is a real thing. So don't worry about that. Yeah, get rid of that paparazzi. All right, and I believe John said to experiment on bunkers. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, John.
Or maybe not.
Womp womp. We could undo and only get a near mint.
I think we'll be okay. I have an impromptu invention.
Sleuth. Yeah. Okay.
If you have something you want to discard.
Yeah, I can
Sucker
get rid
Punch.
of Sucker Punch. I almost never use Sucker Punch.
Except when you're going for the final kill.
Yeah, unless you're going for like the insulting final kill. That's
Well, it's very handy against damage reduction, heavy stuff.
Oh, no, absolutely. But I just, it's very rare that I play an actual Sucker Punch, so. Ugh, slash and burn. Yeah, what do you think? I'm kind of torn here. I could always play a takedown. But against Mad Bomber, yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
He'll probably destroy it. So, whatever you want. Motivational charge is good.
Yeah, I'll motivational charge.
I like that with Young Legacy because it's only 1 less damage plus healing for everyone. So, it's usually a net positive.
Yep. Yeah, so Evil Dice Monkey says, let me tell you about the time I experimented to reveal 2 bursts, one of which was Sucker Punch, and I had to Sucker Punch X-Pat as she was the only target 2 or under. Yeah, so that is a real thing. Sometimes Tachyon is just moving so fast she doesn't realize she's hitting an ally.
I wonder how I got that Gatling gun that other time. I must have experimented on Bunker a few times. I can't remember. I'm going to get that power source and draw more cards. I'm going to not play Adhesive Foam Grenade like everyone has done. There's the Flat Cannon and the Gatling gun. Just have to draw enough cards.
Yeah, I think the only time I don't play Fleet of Foot is when I've got like Omnitron dealing damage when we draw cards or something.
It's a pretty good card to play.
All right, let's see. We got 6 burst cards in the trash. Yeah. As much as I want to do more damage, I think I'll just do the 3 Sonic for the time being. Alright. I would usually experiment on myself, but I'm willing to go on a bender if you have another idea.
Up to you.
Alright. Tachyon it is. Wah, but another burst card, so that's good. And I draw an Accelerated Assault. So we have any chance of adding an option to relock variants in case we want to try to unlock again with official confirmation, or maybe try to find the second Gloomweaver.
Unlikely.
Yeah, unlikely, just because anytime we have to spend development time to do something that is not moving us forward in a new way, is not something we're likely to do. However, I will say this. Speaking of variants, the unlock conditions for both Scholar of the Infinite and Eternal Haka have been discovered and posted to sentinelsdigital.com. So if you haven't been there recently, and by recently I mean since like 4 hours ago, the actual unlock conditions are posted there now.
All right, so we can stop Baron Blade from doing this damage if we send it over to Tachyon first, or we can hit the monorail first.
Oh, right. So Ugbine says, I heard that even if you use the code, you can get the confirmation.
Sorry, go ahead.
Even if you use the code, you can get confirmation if you clear it afterwards. So yeah, so let me just make sure that that's clear. If you use a code or the button to unlock a variant just so that you can play with it, that does not preclude you from unlocking it via the story challenge and then getting the associated achievement when that happens. We are currently, as long as you don't delete the game or, somehow delete your data or whatever, if you are performing story challenges to unlock variants, that is being stored separately from the idea of pushing the button or using a code. So, as we've said literally since the beginning of variants, unlocking via story challenge and unlocking via I just want to play this, so I'm going to enter a code or push a button. Those are different things. So do not worry. If you use the button, that does not erase your ability to get the achievement eventually.
Hey, you should use motivational charge and then have Baron Blade destroy it and see if it stops us from gaining HP. It should. I'm not sure if I've ever done that.
All right, but I do have to play something first. So let's see.
Play some ongoing you don't care about, and we could destroy it.
I will throw out a next evolution then. Baron Blade flips, heals back up, destroys. So what is this? You wanted me to destroy motivational charge and see if that stops the healing?
Yeah, it probably will. We're pretty good about that sort of thing. Mario said it does work like it's supposed to. So good. Let's see. The stun bolt. And what else? I guess ammo drop. I have lots of cards.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about our ability to mint this game. Yeah, you do have lots of cards.
Do you have a blinding speed? No.
I do not.
But the Wraith has a grappling hook. So Bunker is going to deal his damage, and he's going to like it.
Yeah, I haven't gotten either of my HUD goggles or pushing the limits.
That is true.
Ooh, yes, let's quick insight. There's a blinding speed, HUD goggles, and sucker punch. Alright, so we'll discard sucker punch and sucker punch.
No sucker punching for you.
No damage for plummeting monorail. So, Sockfoot2000 asks, are there any choices I can make in game setup that will prevent me from unlocking Gloomweaver the first way, but allow me to unlock him the alternate way?
I'm not going to give hints out on the stream.
Yeah, and I don't even know that I could answer that question. I don't know enough about the mechanics of the game to know the answer to that.
Looks like the monorail is going to hit Baron Blade, so I will destroy the force field. And we could get rid of the monorail. So I'll do that.
Alright, let's see what we got here. I feel like
Backlash field.
Yeah, that stupid backlash field. I mean, everybody's over 20 except for Legacy.
Just hit him.
Yeah. I'm just going to waste my Flying Smash. Because that's how I roll.
You could target Tachyon with it.
Oh, does she have out... She does have a Synaptic Interruption out. Yeah, we're going to do that.
And you get nice Nemesis bonuses again.
And stop dealing damage. And deal some Nemesis. Atomic Glaze.
That's pretty solid. 14 damage on your turn.
I'll take it.
I'm going to blow up and get zapped for it, but that's okay because he is going down.
Something is feeling very minty in my mouth right now.
All right, Tachyon. Do what must be done.
Overkill. See ya, Blade. There it is. So minty. So there you are, folks. Weekly one shot.
Turns out it's
Achievement unlocked.
doable.
Definitely doable. All right, so there it is. So yeah, one thing I don't think we've actually mentioned yet on the stream this evening is that we're on sale. I think we mentioned it briefly up front, but I'll mention it again. The game is on sale right now, 50% off on Steam. It's $6.99 on mobile, and the season pass is $2 off. So if you have friends who maybe you convince them to buy the core game, but they haven't yet pulled the trigger on the season pass, they can get all of the currently available expansions, as well as all the stuff that's coming early next year, like Shattered Timelines, Wrath of the Cosmos, Mini Pack 3. Tell them to go out and get that for $2 off. The only other time we've discounted the season pass up to this point was at our anniversary party back in October, and it's very unlikely we're gonna discount the season pass again, because the season pass is already a discount. It's basically $6 off of what it would cost to buy everything sort of separately. There it is. So
cool.
minty.
Sockbit continues to ask questions about Skinwalker Gloom Weaver. We have not seen anyone unlock it via the other method, so at least I haven't.
I would actually have to look up what the other method is. I don't have it. I don't know it off the top of my head. So,
yep.
At least we didn't have a game where Tachyon player did Lightspeed Barrage on Legacy and herself.
Yeah, apparently that happened online to someone. Tachyon went suicide mode.
Oh, Tachyon.
I guess every game has its trolls, but I think our community is pretty good. There's not many.
All right, folks. So here it is. I've just made it public. There is the Chrono Ranger trailer. If anybody wants to go take a look at that, it will be going out via Twitter shortly. But it is now live and direct on YouTube. And that is it right there. That is the Shattered Timelines trailer, just like the Infernal Relics trailer and the Rook City trailer before that. This is our thing. It's coming early next year. So stay tuned to the live stream every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. We'll be showing off more Shattered Timelines stuff as we go. And yeah, so that's Chrono Ranger. We just showed off the new weekly one-shot. There'll be a new weekly one-shot basically every Monday evening Eastern time. Basically goes live at midnight GMT on Tuesday morning. And there'll be a new one every week. So tell your friends. Get out there and start playing the new weekly one-shots. Try and figure out the game as it goes. And we should have some pretty good time. Oh, actually, yeah, let's go back into that. There it is. There's my mint cover. A couple people online were asking how how do you look at your covers? Basically, go into the weekly one-shot, and you'll see your cover wrapped in whatever your grade is that you scored. You can't really see more than one at this point. Actually, I'm in the beta right now, so I can show
you can show what it looks like for the different grades.
So here's some of the testing.
Actually, no one can get good right now. It's impossible to get good.
Yeah, until next Monday night, there will be no way to get good. But so you can see me backing through some of the ones that we tested here. So you can see I got a fine cover, I got a good cover, a couple good covers, another mint cover. Yeah, so these were the testing. So you'll see that these arrows will pop up once there's more than one that you can back yourself through all of your covers. And we do have plans to make a new interface whereby you can look at your covers sort of in a grid, possibly. But at this point, obviously, there's only one, so it wouldn't make sense for us to do that. So,
yeah, and any of those that you've seen are just for testing. Those aren't actual.
Yeah, you won't be able to go back and play those. So.
One-shots.
All right, so there it is. It's 20 after 9. I don't have to take the crazy train. Thanks, everyone, for joining us on the Sentinels live stream this evening. Tell your friends the game is on sale. Go out and get it. We will be doing a stream next Tuesday night during the break between Christmas and New Year's. So feel free to tune in next Tuesday. But other than that, we're mostly closed for the week. We launched the one-shots, and we showed you some Chrono Ranger trailer, and we're going to take a break until the new year because it's been a long 2015. So we're going to take a much-needed rest, relax.
But we are streaming next week, or are we not?
We are. We are streaming next week.
Cool.
All right, so there it is, folks. Thank you so much for joining us once again for Sentinels Live, and we will see you next week at 8 p.m. Have a great night, and I will see you on the 28th, I believe. 29th?
30th, 29th, whatever. I don't know. You're in the past. I think it'll be the 29th for you.
It will be Tuesday the 29th. So we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody. We will see you then.
Bye.